Hi, this is Siddhi Mapsankar, co-founder of fashion label Mapsankar and founder of digital fashion learning platform called SEFT, where you can learn fashion online. I'm somebody who has had an experience of more than 15 years in fashion, and today here I am to discuss a few things about how you can become a high-paying fashion designer. So first you have to develop your skills. Now before you develop your skills, you'll realize that you have to either take a formal education, but if you're not in place to take a formal education from a reputed institutes like NIFT or NID, your options are little few. So in that case, you can also take online certification from various academies that are available online and get an in-depth knowledge of all the topics that you need to know in fashion. Once you do that, make sure you continuously update your skills, because right now things are changing so fast. What you've learned in last 5 years may become redundant in the next 5 years. So make sure you're continuously developing your skills, no matter whether you go to a college or not. You have to make sure that you continuously update your skills and always keep changing, because that's what is demanded of you in the field of fashion. So once you get your skills, what is important is how well you represent them in a portfolio. It's so important to build a very strong portfolio, because your portfolio becomes your blueprint. If somebody is supposed to hire you or give you even freelance work, what they need to see your batch of portfolio. Continuously keep it edited. Put your best work, okay? Nobody wants to see a portfolio which is 100, 200 pages. Keep very high quality, impactful work in that. Keep updating it regularly. Use platforms like Behance. List your work on LinkedIn. All of these things will definitely help you to get the best of recruiters around. So once your portfolio is ready, you can show it to different companies and designers. And in the initial stages, you may not get a very high paying job, but grab the good internships that are coming your way. I can't tell you how important your work experience is when it comes to real life skills. Many a times you can demand better pays if you have had good internship at multiple places. Now it's also important, while you're doing internship, you network aggressively within your peer groups in fashion industry, because it becomes much more convenient to fetch a job when you are on the ground networking, when you're talking to your peers. You never know what opportunities come around. So it's very important that once you build your portfolio, grab great internship and network as much as you can. Also, once you get your internships, make sure you keep the intent clear that if internship is something which you've not enjoyed, then you can cut the cord and move on to a place where you enjoy working. I particularly like internships more than even long degree courses, because what happens is internship is a place where you realize whether you really sync with the brand or the kind of work you want to do. Speaking about myself, I have just done 1 year certificate course from NIFT, but where I truly got chunk of my knowledge was working on the real ground. So that was so much institutional learning more than anything else for me, because I got real-time experience there. So I'm always giving more weightage to internships, the first job that comes around. So keep on a watch. You never know. Sometimes I think much more learning happens in your internship, and if your recruiter or the boss is very happy with what you've been doing in your internship, they will probably more often than not hire you. So yes, do as many internships as you can once you build a good portfolio. So once you've secured your job or are doing any internship, don't get complacent. Make sure you're updating yourself continuously with what is happening with the industry trends. Now, if you think you lack in certain area and you don't have time to completely update yourself with a degree course, you can do online certifications, you can do part-time certificate courses which are available in reputed colleges. This will help you become a much better designer, have an edge above your peers. Now suppose if you are a very accomplished fashion illustrator with a particular fashion designer or a high street company, what you can do is you can do courses like Clo 3D, Mid Journey, update yourself more in digital illustrations, and this will give you an added edge. Make sure you talk about it to your existing employer. They know that these are your newly developed skills, which will give you much more edge. So like I said, continuously look for industry trends. A lot of things are changing all the time. The goal is to update yourself and make sure you inform your employer, and that can help you command a better raise in the next quarter. Next, you should develop your own niche. Why niche is so important? Because obviously in this crowded market, somebody who has a niche can command a better pay. Obviously you are specialist, that's why it becomes more legit for you to ask for a better pay. Now, how do you figure out your niche? In the early years of your career, you might find it a little challenging because we are all, just developing our skills. We really don't know what we are good at. But an easiest way, I feel from my personal experience, is knowing what I truly enjoy doing the most. You may have an edge of doing creative patterns. You might be great at pattern making. You might be good at doing exquisite embroideries. You might be good in a particular category like lingerie. So figure out what your niche is, what you enjoy doing the most, where your work is appreciated the most, and then make sure that you highlight your niche to the people or the segment who appreciate that. Show more of your work in that particular side of the industry. Next important thing is effective marketing and branding. Now, marketing and branding is not only for brands in today's day and age. You have to focus on your personal brand. Now, how you can enhance and show the world what you really stand for. Make sure your presence on Instagram, Pinterest, Behance is us commanding a certain sense of authority. Put your best work there. Continuously update on LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn is not only a place to search for jobs or network, it is also a great place to command a certain authority in a particular niche. Brands are formed over longer time. Even your personal branding is something that will give you an edge, but it is a slow burning process. Don't be in a hurry. And if you have been somebody who has had different achievements, it will of course help the future employer to think about a better pay for you. Lastly, it's also very important to have enough business skills. You got to be business savvy. I know it sounds very uninteresting and unappealing to most of the creative designers because you're so rich in your creative skills, but more often than not, most of the designers ignore this area of fashion business management. So if you have a certification course in fashion business, are good at the analytical part of the business side of fashion, then you will definitely have an edge. If you're somebody who brings these diverse skills along with your creative skills, then definitely you can ask for better pay. So if you're somebody who is already good with creative skills, get onto online certification, do a part-time degree course in management in fashion, and you will see how it will help you jump better salaries in the corporate world of fashion. So I hope this was informative. I thoroughly enjoyed curating this video for you. If you have enjoyed it, please like, share and subscribe. And if there is something that you want to know in the field of fashion, feel free to comment. I look forward to seeing your comments. If there is any feedback that you would love to give, I would love to hear. So this is me, Siddhi Mapsankar, signing off now. Until I see you next again, goodbye, God bless.